The only way to win the ATS game is not to play. The only way to win the ATS game is not to play. I'm smiling because this is a reference to war games. So some of you, I'm guessing, are familiar with the reference to war games. The Matthew Broderick movie from the 80s. Strange game, Professor. The only winning move is not to play. And so, not to give too much away, but they're talking about tic-tac-toe. You can't win tic-tac-toe, right? Both sides are too smart. And global thermular, I can't pronounce it. War, globothermal nuclear war. Say that 3 times fast. War. Strange game, Professor. The only winning move is not to play. And you know exactly what scene I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. So the same thing is happening with the ATSs. Both sides are getting too smart. It's just boom, 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 boom. Oh, I can't win. There's no scenario where I can win. Because on the applicant side, you're doing your best to hack it, to make your resume look like a robot wrote it, because a robot's looking at it. So you're doing all these things to hack it. You're doing all these things to like get around the system. And you're techie, so of course you know how to hack it. And of course you have friends and you're talking about it and it's like, okay, let's hack the system. And then meanwhile, the ATSs, the robots are getting smarter too. And so now suddenly you just have this boom, 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 boom. Only winning move is not to play. So then you're saying, okay, Jen, I'm game. I'd love to not play the ATS game, but how do I land my hell yes job? How do I get an interview? So glad you asked. Here's the rule that we've been telling our PeopleStack clients for almost a decade now that is even more important now. That's why our clients are winning. Yes, we have, just for reference for you, for inspiration, many of our clients right now in the middle of this knucking futz job market are landing their hell yes jobs. We even have one client who they basically sold him a bill of goods and then he got another job. So essentially there was a job that was supposedly his hell yes job. He negotiated a great offer and he started. And then week 1, it was like, hang on a second, this is not what we talked about. And so he was like, I think I may need to look for something else because this is not meeting expectations at all. And so then within a week, he got another job offer because he was actually interviewing for another place as well. And so then he left the first place and moved to another place in this job market. So it's working. So the rule that I want you to apply, which is what this person used, and it's what all of our other clients who are winning and have been winning even right now use. Do not apply for a job without a personal connection. Do not apply for a job without a personal connection. If it's true, and I firmly believe it is, as an expert in helping technical leaders to land hell yes jobs, that the only winning move is not to play when it comes to the ATS thing, then I'm going to change the game. It's no longer a game where I'm trying to beat the robots. It's a game where I am building personal connections. That's the game. Stop hiding behind this computer screen. Stop hiding behind your keyboard and get out there and make personal connections. Do not apply for a job without a personal connection. You know, one of the challenges, are you up for it kind of challenges that we had our clients do this month, because the theme of the month with our clients is it's time to lead. It's time to lead. Even if you've been fired or laid off from your job and you're jobless right now, even if you're in a job where it's like just complete and total chaos and it's toxic out there, even if you've been trying for months on the job market and it hasn't been working and you're feeling demoralized and apathetic, it's time to lead right now. Leaders lead no matter what the situation is. And on the job market, what that looks like is building personal connections. Leaders build personal connections. So the challenge that we put out to our clients is talk to as many CEOs and CTOs as you can this month. And bonus points if they're decision makers for hell yes jobs. Build those personal connections. And so then what the getting a job game, landing your hell yes job game. This is not just any job, this is your hell yes job. Then the game becomes, I'm going to get out there, I'm going to make personal connections. I'm going to have conversations with people. The actions you're taking, 90% of the actions that you're taking are conversations. 10%, do you still need a resume? Yeah. You still need a badass resume, especially right now, because it is that competitive out there. And, one of my clients made a major distinction yesterday where it was like, yeah, it is competitive out there. And the salt on top of the wound is that the positions that are available, many of them, you don't want to work there because they don't have their shit together. It's too chaotic. It's too toxic. People have been finding that too. Going on, finally getting an interview somewhere. Like, oh, wow, cool. Yay, I'm in the second or third round of interviews. And then you talk to someone who knows someone who knows someone. You don't want to work there, man. No, friend. I escaped. Learn from me. Don't go there because of toxic leadership and other kinds of things. So when you play the land your hell yes job game, focusing 90% on personal connections, you still need your resume, but it basically becomes icing on the cake and it's not like the main event. So right now, a lot of you're making your resume the main event. You're making applying and clicking and searching for job ads the main event. I want you to stop that. I want you to stop that right now. I want you to find the hell yes jobs through networking. And yeah, do a little bit of searching on LinkedIn and elsewhere for the jobs that are available. And then make 90% of your effort going into personal connections. Yes, have conversations with people, sometimes even in person. That's how it's required right now. It's just required. And so then when you play it that way, your resume simply becomes, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to need your resume. You make the personal connection. Yeah, we want to get you in for an interview. No problem. Like, absolutely, we want to get you in for an interview. I'm going to need your resume. Right? We still, in this day and age, still need the resume. Like, I need to give it to HR and I need to show it to my boss or whatever it is. Okay, cool. And then they look at the resume and they're like, oh yeah, cool, great. So then now you have another advocate. That's why I was saying earlier, an amazing resume turns readers into advocates. So does personal connection. So you make personal connections with people. You tell them about your purpose. You tell them about your mission. You tell them about your value as a leader. You tell them about the value you can add. You tell them about the outcomes that you're confident that you can deliver for them. And you're going to create advocates that way by having those conversations and making those personal connections. And then when that person then goes to their boss or whoever else it is, and it's like, yeah, I talked to this person and they're amazing and here's their resume, they're going to take them at their word, hopefully, right? When you build a strong personal connection, that's what happens. And then they're going to see the resume. It's like, oh, wow, great. Yeah, awesome. Bring them in for an interview. And that's what it then looks like when you play it that way. Do not apply for interviews without personal connections. So I have two resources I want to share with you today. One of them is free and one of them is super low cost. One of them has nothing to do with the people stack, but we recommend it time and time again for our clients and they are very grateful for it. The other one is a people stack offer. So the first resource that I want to give you, because some of you may be wondering, all right, how do I make those connections? You have conversations. Okay, with who? How do I find them? Tap into your network. That's the first thing that I'm going to say before I share this resource. You have people on your phone. Pick up your phone. I don't have mine near me, which is odd. Pick up your phone. Go to your contacts in your phone. Start calling people. Start inviting people for Zoom chats. Start texting people. Letting them know Here's my mission in my career. I'm looking. Who do you know who's hiring? And they very well may be on a mission to land a job too. Even better, you got each other's back. So just start reaching out to people. Now, the way to, start cooking with gas here and really increase the level of connection, the level of people you can connect with, especially technical leaders who are hiring, is to join the RANDS Leadership Slack. RANDS Leadership Slack. Just go to Google and search how to join the RANDS Leadership Slack. RANDS is the online name for a real person. His name is Michael Lopp. He's an amazing human. He's worked for many prominent technical companies, including Apple, and I believe he worked for Netflix at one point. His resume is just so prestigious, I forget sometimes. But anyway, he started this Slack a number of years ago, actually around the same time we started the People Stack. And my husband, Rob, is very close and very connected in with the RANDS Leadership Slack. All of that being said, why does this matter to you? There are, I believe, over 10,000, if not pretty close to 10,000 techies in this Slack group. So RANDS built this. Michael Lopp built this when he was at Slack, and so he got it for free. So it's basically like they grandmothered him into, okay, you can build this Slack. You work for us. You're amazing. And so there are about thousands of technical leaders in there, many of whom are hiring. Many of whom are hiring for technical leadership jobs. So I want you to join the RANDS Leadership Slack. Once you get in there, I want you to join the jobs and remote jobs channels. And I want you to look, there's job ads in there. And then start making connections. Start making connections with the hiring managers. Many of the hiring managers are in there. Reach out. Reach out to people and start making it happen. Now, the one thing that I will remind you, and I know that my RANDS Leadership Slack friends will definitely want me to tell you this, please do not spam. Please do not just post, hey, I'm looking for a job, help me. No, please be a responsible adult here. Don't just go posting and spamming. Do your due diligence, look into it, reach out to people individually, and be valuable in there. Be of value. Don't just be extractive. Extractive energy is ick right now. Don't just be okay, what can you give me? Go in there with the genuine desire to make connections and to help other people and to add value, and they will absolutely help you as well. So join the RANDS Leadership Slack. The other resource, this is a People Stack offer, and I only have 5 slots available left for June. This is a $50 offer. I am calling it a Tech Career Breakthrough. So if you want my eyes on your resume, if you want me to tell you why you're not landing interviews, if you want me to tell you why you're not getting job offers, then I want you to sign up for this right now. thepeoplestack.com/TCB. I'm calling it Tech Career Breakthrough. It's only $50 and there's 5 spots left for June. So think of this as taking your tech career to an amazing holistic doctor. That's me. I'm playing the role as a doctor on TV. So I'm going to take a holistic, comprehensive, root cause approach. I'm going to take a look at your resume if you share that with me. And I'm going to give you feedback on your resume. I'm going to take a look and I'm going to ask you questions. There's going to be a questionnaire where you're going to answer a bunch of super important career-related questions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at your answers to those questions. I'm going to explain our proven, battle-tested People Stack strategies to you, and I'm going to show you how you can apply them in your career right now so you can land that hell yes tech leadership job faster. So again, I only have 5 spots left for June for that. thepeoplestack.com/TCB. It stands for Tech Career Breakthrough. For many of you, it's time for your breakthrough right now. And I'm doing this because it's hard out there, and I want to help the few of you who are super decisive and who will allow me to take a look under the hood at what's going on in your tech career, and I will give you actionable advice that you can start applying right away so that you can so you can build your dream career, so you can land that next hell yes tech job. And you can do it in a way that doesn't feel like a struggle, like you're throwing stuff at the wall to feel that and to see what sticks. So that you can do it in a way that's systematic, following proven systems and structures and strategies, and so that you know that if you keep at it, it's going to work. So thepeoplestack.com/TCB, $50, 5 spots left in June. All right, guys, the only winning move to win the ATS game is not to play. Instead, play the connection game. You are a world-class, badass, technical leader. People love you. You add a lot of value. Get out there, have those conversations, and make those connections. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.